Hi guys, so I thought today I'd show you how I wear my sari, and it's pretty basic information, and it's been requested by a lot of my subscribers, and especially one of my subscribers, Kieran. Thank you for all the pointers and suggestions you've made so far. So first thing you're going to need is a sari, and a blouse, and a petticoat, right? And then you're going to need safety pins, and then you're going to need sandals. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing first is you want to make sure that the portion with the falls is at the bottom, right? Okay. And here's your point. And you want to make sure that the point is towards your right. Okay? So this is my right, so that's why the point is going to be towards my right. And some people start right here, but I like to start by covering my entire front, okay? So just tuck it all the way around. Okay, so when you have this portion, hold on to it right here. Because what you're going to do is, you're going to pull this from behind. Okay? Right here. And just so I don't lose this portion, I'm going to tuck it in right now. Just tuck it, just plainly. And depending on what you want to do with your asa, that's what you're going to do now, okay? So, for right now, I'm just going to throw it over my shoulder, okay? Because I don't want to pleat it right now. As in, this time I don't want to pleat it. So I'm just going to throw it over my shoulder for right now. But if you wanted to pleat it, this would be the time you want to do it, okay? So I'm just going to leave it there. And here we go. So I'm going to start pleating it. So some people start from the right, but I like to start from my left. Okay, and there's a good reason why, I'll tell you. So just, here, see, I'm holding it right here. Just folding it. Okay? Pinky. And then the thumb. Just pinky and thumb. Back and forth. This sari is longer than normal saris, so I'm going to be folding for a while. And I keep stepping on it. Okay. Keep folding. So when you get to here, you want to be able to finish this fold, right? But you can't. So remember you tucked it in earlier, so just pull it slightly, okay? And you'll feel it get tighter over here, right? And you've finished your pleats, right? Because you want it to face your left, okay? Now I know it feels like everything's tight right now, but don't worry about it. Because what you're going to do is you're going to let go of that last pleat, see? Right here? Letting go of that last pleat. And you're going to put that right here. Okay? So right here. And then, let me put this back. So you're putting it right here. You need to safety pin it over here, but I don't have my hands free right now, so I'm just going to tuck it right now. Do you see it? Just tuck. Okay? And then try to fix your pleats as much as possible. It kind of helps if there's someone else in the room with you, because then they can look at the bottom for you. Just to make sure everything's even. Alright. So basically what we did was we let go of the last pleat on the left side. Or, I guess, the very first pleat that we made, right? So, There you go. Some people like it here, but here's the reason why I do it right here, because you want your pleats to be flowy at the bottom. So in order for that to happen, I put it right in the middle. As you can see, it cuts my navel in half. Put it that way. Alright? Tuck it in. Make sure you tuck it in to the length you need it to be at the bottom, okay? You want it, if it becomes too long, then you're gonna fall over. Like basically whatever you're comfortable with, right? So remember, I had this tucked in this way over here, right? So now, all I need to do is pin this portion right here. So take a big pin, because you want this portion to hold. Okay? Really? This is all I do when I pin, because I don't need any more pin, because once I secure it right here, I feel pretty secure about it. So, there you go. So it looks like that. Some people do like it like this, right? But I usually don't wear my sarees like that, so I'm going to pull it down. Just like that. Make the border go through here. Like this. Okay. Pretty simple. And you pin it right here in the back, not in the front because it kind of scrunches up. So you want to hold it back here and then pin it back here. Okay. Once you do that, it's pretty simple. You know, you'll move back. Show you. Here. So you pin it right here. And you might need someone's assistance for that because, you know, your hand might not reach back here, and mine usually does, so I usually ask my husband to do it for me. But for right now, I'm just going to tuck it here so it stays while I show it to you guys. Okay? Pretty simple. So that's really just the basics of how you want to put on the saree. It's just how to do the pleats at the bottom. So I guess the next thing I'm going to show you is how to do the pleats up top, okay? Okay, so when you want to do the pleats up top, remember I already have this pinned, so that's not going to go anywhere. Usually I don't have this portion pinned when I want to do the pleats up top. I leave it till the end, but for right now, I'm just going to leave that pinned. And I'll show you how you can fix it and everything. This saree is really old, so it's kind of falling apart, but here you go. So, this portion, do you see it? The inside portion, I'm going to hold it. This is the inside portion, okay? Just keep that in mind. So, alright? So now, you want to keep it like this, the inside portion, facing the outside, okay? If that makes sense. Facing front, I guess, that's what I'm trying to say. Okay? So now just start pleating. Sorry, I'm going to have to move it up a little bit, just so I can see. And you want to make sure that the last bit is always facing this way. Okay? The reason why is because the first portion you took, sitting this way, right? Space ends here, the other ends here. And now this just requires a lot of patience because you want to make sure that your pleats follow through, right? And I mean, depending on how thick or like how wide or narrow you want your pleats to be, you can adjust. I I usually make mine narrow. This isn't as narrow as I like mine, but it'll do for now. So really, like I said, it's really just about patience, because you gotta keep following that. Unless you have someone else who will hold for you, because then it'll come in really handy, because they can hold on to this portion here, the one that's already done. So you don't mess up. I still gotta go a little bit, okay? Because it's not tight. Okay? So, here's the reason why I don't usually do it with the bottom pleat pinned already, because it doesn't always work out. Because see, it's kind of tight but weird, so because I want it to stay, and if I do that it gets too tight here, and I don't like it being too tight here. I feel constrained, so that's why I usually let that be free and then do that. Okay, so as you can see, my pleats are still a little too wide for my taste, but here are the pleats. This is what it looks like. And you can do whatever you want with it. You can cover up front, you pin it here, but I usually just leave it like this. So, pretty simple. You can turn around, my pleats might fall because I don't have it pinned. Here. Okay, so like I said, usually I don't pin the front because I don't like this getting this tight. And if you don't have it pinned up front, you can yank on this portion and make this looser. Alright, makes sense? Hopefully. Okay, so it's pretty normal. Okay, and let me know if anything doesn't make sense to you guys. Okay?